Hello toppers, today we will be seeing surgery triad and that too in a very easy way with the help of mnemonics, and this is the part 2 video. So let's go in detail. So the first one is STURGE-WEBER syndrome. Let's see the mnemonics. It is also Weber, that is VVEBER. So first VV, it is vascular malformation in the distribution of fifth nerve, mainly in face, that will be presenting as port wine stain. Then E here it is eye abnormality which will be presenting as glaucoma. Then next B, it is brain abnormality. Here there will be ipsilateral leptomeningeal angiomatosis. So if it is STURGE-WEBER, we have to remember as Weber, VVEBER. Then comes amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It is a mixed combination of lower motor neuron lesion and upper motor neuron lesion. So let's see the mnemonics. It is affected Stephen Hawking. So we know Stephen Hawking had been affected by ALS. So just remember the mnemonic. ALS affected Stephen Hawking. So A is atrophic weakness of hands and forearm. Then S for spasticity of legs. And H for hyperreflexia, and it is generalized and there will be no sensory changes. This is one of the most important MCQ. So you can see lower motor weakness in case of hands and upper arm, and in case of legs you can see the upper motor neuron type of lesion, and just try to remember there won't be any sensory changes in case of ALS. Next comes BUDD-CHIARI syndrome. Everyone knows regarding this. It is nothing but obstruction or blockage of hepatic veins because of clot. So let's see the mnemonic, and the mnemonic is Buddha. You can remember BUDD-CHIARI and HAA. So H is hepatomegaly. Whenever there is any blockage in the hepatic vein, surely it will lead to organomegaly. So then A, ascites. So whenever there is any problem with the venous return, surely it will lead to ascites. And next comes A, abdominal pain. So if the problem is going on in this way, surely it will be presenting along with the pain. So in case of BUDD-CHIARI syndrome, it is Buddha, HAA. Then comes congenital toxoplasmosis. This is one of the easiest mnemonic, that is 3 C's. So first C is chorioretinitis, then second C is intracranial calcifications, and third C is hydrocephalus. So try to remember congenital toxoplasmosis is 3C. Then Buerger's disease are thromboangitis obliterans, and the mnemonic is 3 burgers. We can remember like that, it is 3 burgers. So let's see, TH is for thrombophlebitis, and R is for Raynaud's phenomenon, and E is for extremity claudication. So Buerger's disease you can remember as 3 burgers. And the next condition is autism spectrum disorder, and the mnemonic is autism score. So let's see the symptoms. S is for social interactions impaired, and then CO is for impairment in the communication skills, and then RE is for restricted or repetitive behavior. You can remember as autism score. Next comes congenital rubella syndrome. This has one of the funniest mnemonic. So let's see. Rub the ears, rub the eyes, rub the heart. So let's see the symptoms. So if we are rubbing the ear, there is some problem in the ear, that is sensory neural deafness, and in case of eyes we can see cataracts, and in case of heart we can see congenital heart disease, mainly PDA. Try to remember it. PDA is one of the most important question. So in case of congenital rubella syndrome, and the mnemonic is very funny. It is rubbing the ears, rubbing the eyes, and rubbing the heart. Then comes aortic stenosis. This is also very easy to remember. So the mnemonic is aortic stenosis disease, that is ASD, and the symptoms are angina, S is for syncope, and D is for dyspnea. So aortic stenosis, the mnemonic is aortic stenosis disease ASD. So next is Cushing's triad, and the mnemonic is 3B. So let's see what are all the B's here. First one is bradycardia, second one is high BP, that is systolic, and the third one is irregular breathing. I think you can remember which condition is having 3C, that is congenital toxoplasmosis. So 3B is in case of Cushing's triad. Then comes cystic fibrosis, and the mnemonic is cystic fibrosis management, that is CFM. So let's see what are all the symptoms. C belongs to chronic sinopulmonary infections, and F belongs to failure to thrive, and M belongs to malabsorption. So in case of cystic fibrosis, try to remember this mnemonic, and the gene number of cystic fibrosis is also more important. Then comes intersusception, one of the important intestinal obstruction, and the mnemonic is A, B and C. So let's see the symptoms. First is abdominal pain. There will be paroxysmal colicky pain. Then B, then again AB, that is abdominal mass. We can see palpable mass in the right upper quadrant. Then comes C, that is current jelly stool. So in case of intersusception, it is A, B, C. AB is for abdominal pain and abdominal mass. Try to remember exact location of the abdominal mass also. And C is for current jelly stool. Then comes Lerici syndrome. The mnemonic is RIC. It is literally easy to remember because the mnemonic is directly derived from the name of the disease. Other symptoms are R is for reduced or absent femoral pulse, and I is for impotence, and C is for claudication of hip and buttock region. Then comes Behçet's disease, one of the seronegative spondyloarthropathy, and the mnemonics are very easy to remember. It is 3 U's. Already we had seen 3B, 3 C's, and now it is 3 U. First one is uveitis. Second one is ulcers in the oral region, that too very recurrent. And then ulcers in the genital areas. So try to remember it as 3U, Behçet's disease. Then comes MEIG'S syndrome. It has one of the funniest mnemonic, that is Eat Maggie. So EAT is for symptom and Maggie is indicating the MEIG'S syndrome. So E is for effusion, there will be plural effusion, and then A is for ascites, and then T is for tumor, that is benign ovarian tumor. Mostly the questions will be like whether it is malignant ovarian or benign, so that would be confusing suddenly. So try to remember in case of MEIG'S syndrome it is benign ovarian tumor. Then comes O'Donoghue triad or unhappy triad, and the mnemonic is, let's see how much we are unhappy. So unhappy triad has man and men, that is the mnemonic. So let's see the symptoms. So M is for medial collateral ligament tear, and then AN is for anterior cruciate ligament tear, and then M is for medial meniscus. So in case of O'Donoghue triad or unhappy triad, there will be tearing in these 3 ligaments. So try to remember M is for medial collateral, AN is for anterior cruciate ligament, and MEN is for medial meniscus. So next comes PEUTZ-JEGHER'S syndrome, and the mnemonic is PEUTZ-JEGHER'S disease. So P is for pigmentation, that is circumorally, and J is for jejunal polyps, and then D is for dominant, that is autosomal dominant condition. Portal hypertension, and the mnemonic is C port. So S is for splenomegaly, E is for esophageal varices, and then A is for ascites. So try to remember it as C port. So splenomegaly, esophageal varices, and ascites. Then pre-eclampsia. The mnemonic is PRE, we can use that itself. So P is for proteinuria, R is for raised blood pressure, and then E is for edema. With the name itself, we can easily remember these symptoms. Then comes Sézary syndrome, and the mnemonic is SLE-ZARI. Remember it with the help of the name itself. So S is for Sézary cells, L is for lymphadenopathy, and E is for exfoliative erythroderma. So in case of Sézary syndrome, it is SLE-ZARI. So S is for Sézary cells, L for lymphadenopathy, and E for exfoliative erythroderma. Then comes Horner syndrome. This is, as usual, some funny mnemonic is there. So how these horns will be sounding? Pam pam only. So horn sounds pam pam. So P is for ptosis with apparent enophthalmos. Then A is for anhydrosis, and then M is for meiosis. So just try to remember this mnemonic. Surely you won't be forgetting the answer. Next comes quad test or quadruple test. This test is usually done during the second trimester of pregnancy to rule out the congenital conditions, mainly Down syndrome. And the mnemonic is Dubai. So D is mainly for Down syndrome. Let's see what are all the enzymes or hormones assessed in this quad test. U is for unconjugated estriol. Then B is for beta HCG, and A is for AFP, that is alpha fetoprotein in maternal serum. Then I is for inhibin. So try to remember quad test, it is Dubai. Then comes triple test. So let's see the mnemonic to remember it. The first thing is, in case of quad test, if you are removing the inhibin, also you will get the triple test. You can remember it as HEAT, that is heat. H is for beta HCG, E is for unconjugated estriol, and A is for alpha fetoprotein, and T is for triple test. You can remember with the help of two mnemonics. So next and last question, that is Wernicke's encephalopathy, and the mnemonic is GOA. Here I won't be providing the symptoms. You have to comment the answers below. And the last mnemonic, that is TY. Thank you so much. Study well.